Tonight, guards gone wild.
News 5 investigators uncovering a string of Cuyahoga County corrections officers accused of crossing the line, taking part in unprofessional behavior with the people they're paid to watch.
Now, News 5 investigator Scott Knoll tells us even the union representing those officers says something has got to change.
The allegations,
how often do you drink on the job,
seem unbelievable. Is this just jailers gone wild in some cases?
Sometimes it looks like that.
From a so-called fight club behind bars to accusations of drug smuggling, we're not talking about the inmates.
I hope you understand how much of a security risk you are.
It's corrections officers in the hot seat.
Some of this stuff is not just a dumb mistake that causes you to lose your job. Some of this stuff potentially puts you in prison.
News 5 investigators discovered 5 different corrections officers placed on leave or fired in the last 7.5 months for a string of incidents involving what the union calls inappropriate relationships with inmates. Have you ever seen kind of case after case after case after case like this?
No.
Take Shantia Kirkland. Investigators say she disguised her identity to send emails and do video chats with the father of her child.
I made you, because I made you.
Who was also an inmate, locked up, facing murder charges. Even in one case, overseeing his pod while working as a jailer. Administrators say she also discussed jail business with him. She was fired in April. The same month, deputies say they watched as another corrections officer, Kiana Thompson, picked up drugs from the mother of an inmate and told investigators she planned to smuggle them into the jail. Thompson remains on paid administrative leave.
If all those facts are true, I mean, it's just disgusting.
So what's going on?
As a sociologist, I see patterns.
Daniela Yauk-Ajami is an assistant professor at the University of Akron with expertise in women in the criminal justice system. Do you believe, based on what you've seen, Cuyahoga County Jail has an organizational problem here?
I would absolutely say yes.
She says research shows women working in jails may be targeted for exploitation.
Women have to rely more on compliant residents, and it goes incrementally, the grooming process, right? There is a collaboration and it builds from there.
Particularly at risk, she says, newer corrections officers. Toyana Lard was on the job less than a year when a supervisor caught Lard engaged in what investigators called horseplay with an inmate. During an interview with investigators, Lard admitted to talking to and flirting with inmates on the phone, depositing money into their jail accounts, even bringing tequila into the jail and giving it to an inmate.
I gave him 2 spray bottles, and I gave him one of the spray bottles he sprayed the pot with, and the other one he took it and poured it into a cup.
The county fired her in March. Yauk-Ajami says administrators need to go a step further, creating what she calls a culture of integrity.
That might involve mental health support, that might involve wellness programs, that might involve outlets for correctional officers to get the support they need so they do not have to fraternize with residents.
While the union representing corrections officers says things have hit a breaking point.
We don't want these salacious cases where somebody brings in drugs to the jail allegedly, or somebody is having an inappropriate relationship with inmates giving them tequila from a spray bottle. Like, that makes everyone look bad, and it makes it so much harder for those officers to do their job.
They're fed up.
Oh, they are. They've been fed up for a long time with the county's hiring practices.
The union calling for stricter screening of jailers, things like polygraph tests and deep dives into applicants' backgrounds, hoping to weed out potential problems before they get into the jail.
When you put officers that have actually done things that are truly in violation, that are truly putting officers and inmates in harm's way, you degrade life safety in that jail.
We asked the county for an interview to discuss concerns about the hiring process. Instead, we got a statement from a spokesperson about holding corrections officers to the highest standards. We asked again about the union's concerns about screening applicants. The spokesperson emailed us back saying no further comment. Reporting live, I'm News 5 investigator Scott Knoll.